Hillary Clinton came to Scranton last week and spoke to the public as she was hoping to win the primaries on Tuesday. And she did win the primaries on Tuesday, and I was there. Here is coverage from the event.
I'll tell you what, that is just a disgrace. So, if people are working full time, they should not.
And here's what she had to say. So what is it like being here at Hillary Clinton's rally today?
It's rather exciting. I've been waiting quite a while, but other than that, a lot of people showing up. Looks good.
With the supervisor job. And she did not know for years that she made 40% less than the men doing the same job. And as she rightly said, you know, she and her husband were working hard. And when she and I were talking, she said, you know, when you go to the store, you don't get a woman's discount because you don't get paid the same. And now she's retired. Her Social Security won't be the same because she was not paid the same. Her 401k will not be the same. So this has a lot of implications for everybody. And it's time we said, look, in America, you do the job, you get the equal pay, men and women alike. And we have to do more to raise everybody's pay and we've got to make sure that we go where the money is when it comes to funding things like passenger rail. The money's at the top. I am the only candidate running in either party who has pledged I will not raise middle class taxes because the middle class needs a raise, not a tax increase. That's why I've laid out all these plans about how we're going to create jobs. How we're going to end the loopholes, get rid of the deductions that give people at the top a chance to go a lot further than anybody else. And it is a fact that the economy does better when we have a Democrat in the White House. Because everything I've just said, the leading Republicans don't agree with. Donald Trump actually says wages are too high in America. I mean, honestly, I don't know who he talks to. We had to get out of those towers and actually come down. My husband was here a week or so ago, and ancient history, some of us can remember, we had 8 years with 23 million new jobs. And during those 8 years, incomes went up for everybody, not just people at the top. Middle class families, working families, poor families, there were enough jobs and the incomes were going up. So the median family income went up 17% in those days. We can learn from that. And there's another lesson we can learn. Why didn't it continue? Well, because we got a Republican president. And they went back to trickle-down economics and pay close attention to what Trump and Cruz are saying. They want to go back to trickle-down economics on steroids. We've been down that road. It did not work. We had a Republican president who slashed taxes for the wealthy. I was voting against it in the Senate, speaking out against it. They took their eye off the financial markets and the mortgage markets, and we had the Great Recession. And a lot of people haven't even recovered from that. So for heaven's sakes, why would we go back to the failed policies that dropped us into the ditch that the Republicans dug for our country. And I know how hard it was. We were losing 800,000 jobs a month when President Obama was elected. 9 million Americans lost their jobs. Multiply that by family members. 5 million homes lost. Multiply that by family members. $13 trillion in family wealth wiped out. I don't think President Obama gets the credit he deserves for digging us out of that ditch. We are back creating jobs. We are back with a lower unemployment rate, but we don't yet have the kind of energy that's producing the results that I want to see for the American people. That's why we've got to build on what has been done. Don't get talked into some sort of a detour. You know, I love it, the Republicans, and I did listen to them during the last year. I did it so you didn't have to. And you know, they all say things like, well, it's the slowest recovery in history. That takes a lot of nerve. We wouldn't have needed a recovery if they hadn't wrecked the economy. But I'm looking forward, if I'm fortunate enough to be the nominee, to actually a debate about more good jobs, a debate about rising incomes. I'm also looking forward to debating about education. Every child in this country deserves a good teacher in a good school, regardless of the zip code that and we need to do more for early childhood education so more kids are prepared when they actually get to school. And I want to be a good partner with our teachers and educators, and I appreciate them being here with their blue t-shirts. Make it happen because it is something that now is stopping a lot of young people from starting college and completing college. And see, my plan has debt-free tuition, but it also says to colleges, public colleges and universities, you got to get your costs under control. You got to take a hard look at what you are charging young people and their families. And my opponent's plan relies on Republican governors to pay a third of the cost. Somehow, I don't think a lot of these Republican governors are going to do that. So I don't want to make promises I can't keep. I put forth a plan that I can deliver. That young people already have. How many people here have student debt? How many have ever had student debt? You know, I meet young people with tens of thousands of dollars of student debt and really high interest rates, right? And I gotta tell you, it makes no sense. I took out loans when I went to college and law school. But I didn't have a 10, 12, 14% interest rate.